Have you observed someone reacting badly to losing a freedom, choice, or aspect of control? Did you notice that he or she was desperate to regain that freedom, even if there appeared to be no real benefit? Perhaps you have noticed yourself feeling resentful and angry when your choices are limited or a freedom you took for granted is no longer available. If so, you are not alone. That feeling of anger and resentment is called reactance. Reactance is a motivational drive to regain that lost freedom. Although this psychological phenomenon has long been an aspect of the human condition, it wasn't until 1966 that Jack Brem described psychological reactance theory. Psychological reactance theory states that individuals assume a range of free behaviours which they are psychologically and physically able to exert. If these freedoms are thwarted or challenged, individuals push back against such impositions and strive to somehow re-establish or restore the lost behaviour. The degree of motivational arousal is proportional to the importance of the freedom to the individual. Several scales have been devised to scientifically measure reactance. Real-world examples of reactance are common, but are of particular relevance in public health campaigns, addiction treatments, relationships, and parenting issues, to name but a few. If multiple freedoms are threatened, the level of reactance experienced will also be greater. Reactance is aroused whether the threat is real or perceived, that is, threats to freedoms may be implied or experienced vicariously. The drive to regain the lost freedoms can be somewhat reduced by a process of inoculation. This means that individuals who are warned or informed of the likelihood that they will respond as per psychological reactance theory will be less likely to actually experience the oppositional pushback response. Instead of acting on the impulse to counterattack or resist, they will instead process the threat with a level of acceptance and objectivity. Another way of limiting reactance is to use the "but you are free" approach. Prefacing an option or instruction with the words "but you are free" to disagree, reject, refuse, or behave in a manner other than that suggested neutralises somewhat the drive to respond negatively against the threat. This overview of reactance is now complete, but how would you feel if, for example, you were not allowed to learn more?
Created using Powtoon.